Amigas y amigos de América Latina y el Caribe, welcome once again. Today I have the honor and privilege to be with Mr. Carlos Sanvee, the Secretary General of the World Alliance. Carlos, welcome.
Thank you, Antonio.
Carlos, you are the first African to be in this post, the highest staff authority in our YMCA movement. How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel very honored. I feel that it's not about me personally, but it's about our organization now at a level to experiment diversity in the way that they can trust an African to lead this movement. I must say, after the vote of yesterday, where we have the first ever woman president, I say, we are there. So mine is not an accident. It's not an accident. It's something that the movement have matured over time. And now they could elect the woman president and the first African Secretary General. Thank you, YMCA. And this should not just be at the World Alliance of YMCA. It should be at all local associations, national movement and area to have that diversity of people we are working with. So I'm very grateful to the YMCA for this opportunity.
Carlos, you touched on something very important. We are making history with your appointment and also the election last night of Patricia as the first ever woman president. What message do you want to give to our young people that, often they feel like things are not changing and it is too difficult, or that they don't see it clear, they cannot relate to these changes that are happening sometimes in the local communities, is not going at the same pace. What message do you have for them?
I will tell the young people, if at my age I'm still in this battle, it's because I want to make the change so that the YMCA is a space for all the generation to have a voice and to influence. We have moved, but we are still a long way to go. The YMCA is like a big ship who cannot turn rapidly like a small car or a bicycle. It takes some time, but we are almost there. So, as I say to our young people in Africa, I say, don't wait until somebody give you a space to operate. Go and grab the space. Go and take it. Make the change. You are the change. So don't lose hope, but take action so that we are equally. I don't believe either that the YMCA is only for young people and the adults should go. We are in intergenerational space. We are a family. In the family, there are the parent and the kid, and this is the harmony. But when the parents are out of the family, the kid alone is not a family, so I pray for harmony. But in my family, my kid have the most priority. And that's the same thing in the YMCA. The young people have the priority. And they should be able to be in a leadership position. Their voice needs to be heard so that we change this world through their eyes and through their action. That's my message for the young people.
Excellent, Carlos. And you touched on something important. So we are for the young people. What do you think are the greatest challenges our young people are facing today?
Our young people face the challenge of uncertain future. When we are growing up, you know that you go to school and the chance of having a job, have a family, have a house, a car, and 60-70% of the chance to do something that we know this is how you make it. But nowadays, this chance is reducing every day. So what is the future of the young people? Education is not sure it's giving a future. Political is not sure it's going to feature. Environment, the climate change, we don't know what is the future. So we are working with a generation of these depressed people. The young people, the future is not clear. So how are we going to be, as the YMCA, this space where the young people find comfort and find a hope, something to hang into, to say, no, we're going to make it together. So that future is uncertain. But the YMCA, we stand for making this future a place to go for the young people, because this is what we stand for.
Mm-hmm. Carlos, you touched on something key here, that young people are looking for spaces to connect. What can we do very concretely as a YMCA to generate that space where young people can develop that sense of belonging that they feel loved and respected in community, and that they know they can contribute all their talents or their passion or their work for a better society. What can we do concretely?
I can only tell you my experience at Africa, because it's the recent one. And the world is different from Africa, and now we're going to find a way of doing it. In Africa, we are engaged actively in what we call power space. Power space stands for empowerment space, but for the brand we got the M, so it's a power space. And the young people came with the concept to say our mobile phone, after some time, need to be charged to have the power to operate. So the power space is the place where young people go to be plugged to the power so that they have energy to operate. Now what happened in the power space? There are 3 dimensions, and I think it can be universal. We start focusing on the young person, himself or herself. Who am I? Why am I on this earth? What is my calling? What is my identity, my purpose, and my attitude? It's a personal thing to go through that. Because we realize that unless you address this issue of who am I, what are my fears, how am I dealing with my fear, anything else in the future will not allow young people to go. So the first area where we ground the young people in the power space is to deal with this personal dimension of the young person, to overcome the fear, to go through those realities. Then we go to the next level. It's about competence and skill building. What are you good at? Talents, knowledge, art, whatever. And then the third one is about what are the opportunities for young people to transform themselves, to transform the community, to have access to them. These 3 components are the pillar of our power space, and this is how we are creating those spaces in school, in churches, in houses, in wherever a small group of people can do with the approach, who am I, what is my calling, how am I going to be equipped, what are the opportunities, and YMCA should be a place where young people find the opportunity to unlock their potential. So that's something YMCA in Africa we are doing. And I know the same thing is happening in many Latin America and Caribbean countries. That's why we need to come together to collaborate more to see how we can enrich each other, because at the end of the day, young people are young people regardless of where they come from.
And the challenges are very similar, regardless of where they come from.
Yeah.
Carlos, next year we celebrate 175 years of the YMCA. And I think that's an important milestone, but let's think a little bit about the future. What are your hopes for the YMCA for the future? Let's say, where would you like to see the YMCA when we turn 200 years old, like in 2044? What are your hopes for the Y?
My hope, and more than hope, my aspiration, what I will be working every day to go to work and to meet people, what I will be having on my dream all the time is that by that time, 2024, probably I want to be there, but the YMCA will become the global go-to place for youth empowerment, where all the people engaged and institutions engaged in youth empowerment should be coming together. Civil society, government, private sector, academia. The YMCA will be the place where they go, because at that time it's not about doing something for the young people, or it's doing something with the young people, or it's get inspired about what the young people are doing. So where are they going to find that? At the YMCA. To our YMCA, we need to be this space, I call it the go-to place, where United Nations, instead of us battling to go to United Nations say, let's go to the YMCA and see what it is. By that time, I think the YMCA should be a depository of knowledge of young people. So when government, institution, all those players want to develop strategy for young people, they will call for the YMCA, help us, because we have knowledge there and the know-how to do that. So YMCA will be strategically positioned. And 2044 is not far. It's almost tomorrow. That's why we need to start doing it now, so that by that time we have something to celebrate. We have something to celebrate. The YMCA was founded in the first industrial revolution and make a transformation. Now we are going to the fourth industrial revolution. can the YMCA make a transformation? I think it can, but it should not come from one YMCA or two. It should come from all of us. So if I have something to say, it's possible. Let's make it happen.
Carlos, thank you so much for being with us today. Any final words you want to share with our young people watching?
I just want to say, let me learn from you. Let me hear your aspiration. Let me see the world through your eyes and reverse mentor me. It's not only the old people to mentor the young people, but there's be a reverse mentoring, so that the world we are building, we build it in partnership. We build it in a radical collaboration. And thank you very much for this opportunity, Antonio.
Carlos, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again for your appointment.
Thank you.
And the best of luck in the years to come. Thank you.
I know I won't be alone.
No,
You'll
you
be
won't
on my side like the other colleague, and we'll do it
We'll do
together.
it together.
Yeah.
Thank you.